Hey everybody. So this is gonna be part three to the male loneliness video. Uh, Basically, it's a response video to the video right here called the male loneliness epidemic. It's not a response, but it's a reaction, not a reaction. It's a commentary video, basically. Uh, how I feel about what they're saying. Not how I feel, but the facts of the reality of the male plight in America. That's what it really is. Okay. Uh, so basically, what they were saying, I'm not gonna play the video, but what they were basically going into is they were just talking about like I don't know. I don't really know how to break it down in a small way, but basically, women they don't seem to understand the necessity that that they don't understand the necessity and the absolute uh uh requirement, right, to have men in society and how important it is. They don't seem to understand that, right? Because they have been severely dumbed down. They were pretty much placed in a society that was already built, that was already created, that has been here for over 400 years, right? And that's basically already established. Okay, so women, they do not understand the the depth of what it is to be a man. They have no idea. They literally have no idea what it takes. The effort, the mind power, the mental, the mental uh constitution that it takes for a society, a civilization to be created and built and ran and operated and maintained and sustained, right? They have no idea what it takes, and they don't understand that by nature, females do not have the the mindset. They do not have the mental brain power and constitution, right, for a society to be created, right, maintained and sustained for uh centuries upon centuries. They do not have it. It's not in them. It's not in the female brain. It's not in the female mind to maintain these things, right? But it is in the male brain. It's in the male mind to maintain and to sustain such a creation called society, right? It's naturally uh in us, right? As males, it's naturally in you, right? It's naturally in males to be protective, right, over women and their family, right? It's a natural thing. It's built in there. Okay. It's natural for men to be stronger than women. Why is it natural for men to be stronger than women? Because men are meant to protect their family, their wives and their children. That's why they're stronger, naturally stronger than women, because men are supposed to be the protectors and providers of women. It's just common sense. When somebody is to protect you, that means they're stronger, they're more physically capable than the one who's being protected. Therefore they're stronger, right? That's why they're protecting you, because they're physically more capable than the person that they're protecting to make sure that they're safe and secure. Right? Same with the mental power of a man, right? They're naturally smarter when it comes to business and maintaining, a running system to where you can have a flow, a nice flow of income. Men are just naturally more gifted in those types of things. I'm not saying women aren't able to run businesses. Of course they can. Of course they can create their own businesses and things like that and run it very well. There's plenty of entrepreneur women. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's more, it's men are more gifted. They're more intellectual when it comes to creating business material, systems that run, that's maintained for decades upon decades, right? That become long-term businesses, right? Where people go and buy from their business, and it thrives and it grows and it's sustainable, and it literally actually benefits the society that we live in. You get what I'm saying? Where everybody is able to get something beneficial from it. That's what men are good at. Women do not think like that. Okay? They do not think for everybody. Men think for everybody. Women think for themselves. They only think about themselves. That's what I mean. They only think about themselves and maybe their children. Right? Maybe their children. Some good women will think about them and their children. But a lot of women just only think about themselves. Right? Men on a large scale think about everybody. Right? Men, women, children, the elderly, everybody. And then they create businesses that benefits everybody in society. That's what I'm talking about. That's the intelligence that I'm talking about that men have. That benefits people in the long run. Everybody. That creates a sustainable society. Not something that's short term, but long term. That's how men were created. That's why men should be on top of society, not on the bottom. Because every time men get put on the bottom of society, the society falls, it collapses, it dies, right? Which is what you're seeing right now. Feminism, the perfect example. The perfect example. Women are the head of the household now, for the most part. Single parent mothers raising their sons, and now, a lot of them are in and out of prison, criminals, drug dealers, gangbangers. You know what I mean? They don't know how to make a better person out of themselves. So they turn to the streets because they don't have any male role models but the streets, right? So that's what I'm talking about. Whenever you take the male role out of the societal structure, it collapses automatically. It may take some time, but it's done. Once you take that, once you take the importance of the male out, it's a wrap. It's over. It's over, right? It's done. Okay? There's no hope. There's no chance for any survival of that society. It's done. Right? Just look at China. Just look at Russia. China and Russia Their society is ran by men, which is why their society is stronger than ever. Their society is stronger than American society. America is weak. America is in a very desperate and vulnerable position because we have weak men. China is strong because their men run the society and control the society, and they're the head of the household. Same with Russia, right? Same with North Korea, right? So if a war broke out, America is screwed. I'm just keeping it 100%. I know that's painful to hear, but it's the reality. That's how important it is. That's how important it is for society to uphold men and manhood and masculinity. That's how important it really is, right? Because anytime in this reality that we live in, a war can break out. And who are you going to call? You're not going to call your mama. You know, you're not going to call your mama. You're not going to call your sister, right? You're not going to call your auntie. You're going to call your daddy. You're going to call your brother, your uncles, your brother, your male relatives, your male friends, all them. That's who you're going to call. You're not going to call the females, right? So that's what I'm talking about. That's how you know that you've been lied to in society. Everybody been lied to severely about the reality of the situation. This is the real truth that people don't want to hear. Right? And you have people in America, they create destructive movements, and then when it fails, they don't want to be criticized for it causing so much damage and for it also playing a major role in the failure of society. They don't want to be criticized and ridiculed and made to be seen as complete failures and pretty much a disgrace, to society. They don't want to look foolish, but it that's what you are. You're foolish. And time for you to get off the pretty much time for you to get off the stage and let somebody else go up there. Because you ran your course and it failed. Feminism, this women empowerment movement, all that type of garbage, and these weak men, all that, it's a wrap for that. That's over. There ain't we don't got time for that. We don't got no more time for all that. All that's gone, right? The only thing that we got time for is strong men, period. Strong men and feminine women. Strong men and feminine women. That's it. If you're not on that, then you're failing. You're gonna fail in life. Period. You're gonna fail in life, and you're also going to come to the realization that you're either weak mentally or you're weak genetically. Though either one. You're either weak mentally or you're weak genetically. There's something wrong with your mental capacity or your genetic capacity, right? Because if you're not a strong man or a feminine woman, then something's wrong with you, right? And that's what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and end it with that. I hope you get something out of it. All right, good night.